Hey guys, it's Masterath here, and welcome to the next edition of Pokemon Go Hoenn. Okay, so, as you can see, a lot of things have changed with this game now. In the, two and a half months that has been going on. First off, the weather is now up here. It is now windy at the moment, which is fine. More chance of flying Psychic and Dragon types, even though I've only seen one Dragon type throughout the windy weather. But that is okay. We also have two useless Pokemon over here. Doesn't matter. But one of the new things they added in, which was last night, in fact. Well, I'm recording this on the 31st of March. This is probably going to go up on the 1st of April. So, happy April Fool's Day. But the new thing we have is research. Oh yes, this is the new thing they added in, which is tied in at the moment with the mythical Pokemon Mew. Which is nice. So there we go. At the moment, I've got one stamp for today, and I'm on to 4 of 8 of a mythical discovery. I need to earn 5 candies walking with my buddy and evolve 20 Pokemon, which is fine. I also need to get some field research at some point, but I will be going out later to do so. But also, we are... Ooh, and speaking of that, there is a candy for us. That is nice. Thank you very much, Beast. So, obviously for this, I have got Beast right here, my Gyarados, because it's only 1 kilometer to walk with him. As you can see, that's a lot of Magikarp candy, 380. But anyway, as you can see here, finally I've got rid of my 30 attire from getting to level 30. I have also, well, I'm not part of Team Valor anymore. I am now a fully fledged member of Team Rocket. Yes, we are awesome. I've also grown up 2 levels. To level 36, so things are all looking very good there. And another thing they added in, which is very recently, actually, I believe in the last hour, is 8-bit sprites. Now, I love my nostalgia. I'm probably the most retro person you'll ever meet. My favorite musician started in the 1970s. I still believe the Sony PlayStation is the best video game console of all time. And my favorite video game came out at the turn of the millennium. So I am very retro. But even I am questioning this. And going, this just looks ugly. I'm sorry, I love, sort of like 8-bit, 16-bit games, but this just doesn't look good. Especially the fact that there are 2 Murkrows. Damn Murkrows. There you go, see, that looks so much better. Even though it's Murkrow, and no one likes Murkrow anymore. Anyway, guys, so let's get into my, the new Pokemon that I've caught. This is going to be a big one, folks, and this is an important one. There are a lot of stuff we've got to do. So I believe this is where we got up to at the end of the last episode. This still looks bad. I mean, now, like, for example, with, like, the shiny Pokemon, you can't tell they're shiny apart from those bloody diamond things on the side. That's it. Their color does not change, I believe. I'm fairly certain, because... spoiler alert, I have caught a fair few shinies since then. But anyway, this is where we got to, I believe, which is negative, and as you can see from the right, there's a lot of stuff to get through in this one. So let's get straight to negative. My Minun, which I believe where we ended off the last episode. So let's get to our next one. Alright, I finally have an unknown. This is my first unknown, and I did catch it in my town. It was just randomly around, I have no idea why. It must have been a really, really rare drop. But it was just like outside a park, I think about 7:30 at night. And I got myself an unknown. This is now my weakest Pokemon at 106 CP. And it's called Canada because it's the letter A. I'm so good. These stereotypes and everything. Next Pokemon is... I got myself another Eevee. This one is 807, pretty good, and I believe it's fairly good in the IVs as well, so that's pretty good. Obviously, this is going to be either a Glaceon or a Leafeon when Generation 4 comes out in about 2026. But regardless, I am ready for when that happens. Alright, so I actually got myself another Ditto, a new Ditto. 605, so it's pretty powerful for a Ditto. And I've been getting a bit of success going against certain Pokemon, especially certain legendary Pokemon like Rayquaza, which has come and gone. At the moment, we have got Lugia, with Lugia's back, with the chance of getting a shiny Lugia. And if you do come across a shiny Lugia, it is a 100% catch rate, which is bloody awesome. Spirit Pineapple it, catch the Lugia, and you get yourself 6 lovely candies. All is well. But anyway, yeah, Ditto. Did good against Rayquaza, not very good against Lugia, so there we go. Alright, my Claydol, Shudaros. 1506, it's alright, I guess. They also brought in Claydol for a raid, and yeah, that's a tough one. It's a tier 3, and I usually am able to take out most tier 3s. I am level 36 now. I'm in the higher echelon of Pokemon Go players. But yeah, I got nowhere near beating Claydol. It was a difficult Pokemon. And then I gave up. I think I got like just under half of its health down with like 30 seconds to go, and I thought, there's no way I'm going to be able to beat this. But yeah, evolved a Baltoy, I believe, to get this Claydol. Never seen a wild Claydol before, so there we go. Alright, we have ourselves a new Wigglytuff here. 1663, pretty good. And here's my other Eevee. No, this is the Eevee that's really good in IVs. I think it's like a 92, 93, something like that. Pretty good. 806, so it's not as powerful, but it's better in the IV departments. That is all good there. I'm starting to focus on IVing Pokemon a lot more, but here is my first legit shiny that isn't from an event. From a community day event. My shiny Burnett. Now, I was walking around, I think it's about 6 o'clock at night or something like that. I like to go around for walks at night. It's always fun. And there was a Shuppet in a car park close to a Tesco in my town. And I've kind of been looking for a shiny Shuppet. And conveniently, every single time that I saw a Shuppet, and pressed on it obviously, and went, come on, shiny Shuppet. No, not a shiny Shuppet. But this one, I just pressed it. I didn't even go, come on, shiny Shuppet. And it was a shiny Shuppet, which is awesome. So that is my first shiny that is not from a community day event. Not my last, either. There was a spoiler alert there. Next Pokemon is a new Haunted Gash, a stronger Cloyster, 2079. All is good with that one, just a stronger Cloyster, really. Alright, I finally have a Camerupt. Etna, it's not very good. Camerupt is not a good Pokemon in this game. I don't understand why. But the fact that it's got it's got really bad weakness to water, and that for a CP, I doubt I'm ever going to use Camerupt for any team. It's probably just going to be gym fodder at some point. But there we go. Alright, so here we have Lunatone, Majora's Mask. That game had a moon with a face on it, didn't it? Of course it did. Anyway, I would have got a stronger Lunatone, actually. I believe I came across a 1900 Lunatone. But it ran away from me, which is a bit of a shame. But oh well. But Lunatone's alright. Probably never use it, but it's alright. Right, next up we have ourselves, I believe we're coming into the Pokemon they started bringing in more of. They pretty much brought out every Pokemon for Generation 3 that's not legendary, bar the Nincada evolution line. There's another Kecleon as well, I think they haven't brought in yet. Pretty much with everyone else, I believe they've brought them out, unless they're legendaries or mythicals. Whatever, I still call them all legendaries. Who cares? But yeah, so here is pretty much the first Pokemon of that expansion that I was able to fully evolve, which was my Exploud. And I've caught a fair few of these, old Skrillex. And this is the best one I've got, a 2049. Pretty good. Alright, so I have I don't know if I actually showed a Delcatty before, I think I have. This is my new Delcatty, 1226, not very good. And here's my new Fearow, 1623, a hell of a lot better than what it was before, but still won't use it. And my Pidgeot as well, 1733, okay, but probably never going to use it as a flying type Pokemon. Here's a bird! That's convenient, I got like 3 flying types, or starter flying types in a row. So here's my Swellow, and I believe a day after it came out, you could get just nothing but Talos where I was. I was surrounded by, I think, like 6 Talos and 1 Mr. Mime for some reason. Because, you know, you gotta have Mr. Mime, right? Yeah, so here is a bird, and this was on the 9th of February, so we still have a whole month to go, nearly 2 months actually. But yeah, Swellow, not very good, never gonna use it. Alright, so here is, yeah, as you can see, Park Dean Holiday Site. That's on Hailing Island. Today's the day I came back from Hailing Island. So, yeah, this is my crap Metagross. I do have another Metagross, which is nearly at the same CP as this one. Actually, what CP is it? I believe, I'm fairly certain in this. It is a... Yeah, so it's a 31.99. My other Metagross, which we'll see later, is not that far off. But this Metagross's IV is pretty bad. I think it's like in the 50s. While the other one I have is a 93, I think, which is pretty good. So yeah, the moment that comes back from its gym, it will be paced. It will be paced. Anyway, now we've had James Eater. Now we have James Hugger. The Cacturn. 1778, okay. But yeah, grass types, there's not many very good grass types. I mean, you got Exeggutor, which is probably the best grass type Pokemon in the game at this point. Alongside Sceptile, who's also really good. And Venusaur, who's pretty decent. Vileplume's pretty good. And then we got this. And he's alright, but probably never going to be using him. And now we have Gluttony, my Swalot. 1577, never going to be using it. I've got better poison types. Alright, here's my Flygon, Pinchy. I can't think of a name for Flygon, so I'm just going to call it what I called it when it was a Trapinch. And it's called Pinchy. 1374, it's pretty crap. I think it's, the weakest dragon type in the game at this point. But then again, even now, there still aren't many dragon types. I mean, there's the Dratini evolution line. There's... the Trapinch evolution line, the Bagon evolution line, and Rayquaza. I think at this point, that's it. So yeah, that's pretty stiff competition for Flygon to go up against, but yeah, Flygon sucks. Shame, but Flygon sucks. Oh yeah, and Altaria. Altaria! Yay! This is the Wailmer, or the Magikarp of the expansion, where you need 400 candies to evolve it. And, yeah, it's not even that good. At least with Gen 1 and with Magikarp, Gyarados is awesome. But Wailord and Altaria? Pretty bad in comparison. Shame, really. Alright, now the bunch of cast forms. First off, King Louie right here. 1117, never going to be using it. And here's my new Alomomola. That generation hasn't come out yet. It's a love disc, but, you know, it's definitely an Alomomola, though. You just see it. Looks so like Alomomola. It's Alomomola, definitely. Alright, and here is my Plusle Positive. 1361, so it's pretty good. But yeah, I got better electric types. I'm the owner of a Zapdos and a Raikou. And a Jolteon. Why would I ever use a Plusle? Never mind. Alright, so finally, the deadlock it's gone. Someone's broke the deadlock. With my two oldest Pokemon. Fat Bastard, my Venusaur, and Sir Stash, my Alakazam. I have finally found a stronger Alakazam. And this one is at 2485, so Alakazam going back to its heyday here. I'm actually using Alakazam a bit more often, even though it is frail as crap. But, pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. That now means that my Venusaur, Fat Bastard, is my oldest Pokemon. The oldest Pokemon I've got still in Pokemon Go. Right, next we have a new Fortress Shrapnel. Now, I know this one's not as strong as the other one, but it's got better IVs. As I said, I've been doing IVing a lot more often these days. Mostly because I'm close to level 40. I mean, sure, I'm millions and millions of experience away. But in, 2 months, I've been able to grow 2 levels. And I'm nearly halfway through level 36. So, I'm going to start focusing on IVs a lot more often. So yeah, this one's just better IV. I think I hatched a Pineco from an egg. That's why I've got myself a fortress that's not very good in the way of CP, but still pretty good. Alright, here's my Rayquaza, Stumpy! Yeah, and it's a 3377. I'm a bit annoyed at the fact that it's not as strong as Kyogre and Groudon. Especially when this Rayquaza here is a 98 Rayquaza. It's a 98 IV Rayquaza. This is like one-off perfect. And I started out with a 96 Rayquaza. And I thought, I'm never going to get a better one than that. And then like 2 days after, I got a 98 Rayquaza. But never got a better one than that. Also, I had an amazing Rayquaza record. An amazing Rayquaza record. As you can see from this picture here, I caught 16 Rayquaza in a row, which is pretty damn awesome. I think my run with it now, I think's 30 seen, caught 23, which is pretty good for a legendary. But yeah, I was, at one point, I had 16-0. I had an unbeaten, undefeated, 100% perfect run with catching Rayquazas, because they bloody like me. But yeah, so as you can already tell, with that CP of 3377, Stumpy is going to be in my top 6. So that's a new addition. Alright, we have ourselves Johnny Cash, the Whiscash here. 1706, not very good. I have better ground types, and I have better water types, so yeah, probably never going to be using him. And we have Aaron, the Game Grumpig. The Game Grumpig indeed. Even though it's a female. Maybe we should call it Susie instead. Anyway, but yeah, it's a Psychic type, but again, I got better Psychic types. I have a Mewtwo. I have 2 Mewtwo's, actually. And I have Lugia. Ho-Oh's got extra sensory. That could work. Plus, I got a bunch of other great Psychic types, like Alakazam and Espeon. So yeah, never going to be using that. And now it's time for my new Dragonite, Knobs. I've recently actually got him some charged TMs to get rid of Draco Meteor, which was, this was actually on the community day, I believe. Yeah, 24th of February, that sounds about right. But yeah, and this is the best Dratini I got, and evolved it into Knobs. I believe I had like 500 Dratini candies. No, 600 Dratini candies by the end of the event. But yeah, I got a Draco Meteor because Outrage is just better. Outrage is just flat out better than Draco Meteor. So, there we go. And at 3215, pretty good. Pretty good Dragonite. And now here come my Shiny Knobs. We have Shiny Knobs 2, Shiny Knobs 5, Shiny Knobs 3, and Shiny Knobs 4. Yes, I caught 5 Shiny Dratinis, including I caught 2 in a minute. Literally, it was 1 Shiny, then an ordinary Dratini, then another Shiny. I caught 2 Shinies in 3 catches. That's pretty decent. But yeah, and I've been able to evolve all of these. I'm still, I believe, 11 dragons off from getting my final gold medal in types. I've got all the rest. I'm just missing dragons. And I hatched a Dratini yesterday, which I've been able to get up to, I believe, 189. So I'm still missing 11. I'm so close. Alright, now it's time for Florence. So I've had some pretty decent oddish recently. And I thought, do you know what? Sod it. Let's see if we can get a Sunstone for a 7-day streak and then get a better Blossom. Which I was able to do, so that's all pretty good there. Never going to be using it though, because it's still pretty bad. And at one point, my Hypno was the strongest Pokemon on my team. Just let that sink in. Now, Mudpants, 1814. It's okay. But again, I've got better Psychic types now. And a stronger Pikachu with a party hat. They just like redoing stuff, don't they, old Niantic? But yeah, this is on the 27th of February, so there we go. Alright, now, the beast from the east, indeed, was Paris. It was nothing but snow. But one good thing is that snow actually turned up on the weather on Pokemon Go, and I was able to get myself a Snowcast form, which is 1237, but I have better ice types. I have Walrein, I have Articuno, I have Cloyster, I have Jinx. I will never use this. Case in point, I have a Glalie, 1525. I mean, it's not the best, but it's better than bloody cast form. But yeah, so Mr. Shivers, hooray! Probably never going to use you. Shame, really. And we have ourselves a brand new Crawdont. 1945, so pretty decent altogether. Pretty good. Yeah, I went through a lot of stuff to try and get my first Crawdont, and then they just started popping up all over the place. And that's something that you'll realize very soon with this video, is that there's a lot of old faces or old Pokemon, but I'm just getting really much better versions of them. And Crawdon is one of them. I caught that just outside of a car park, I believe. Close to an old World War II shelter, which is pretty good for me. And 1945, pretty decent. I might use it. I don't know. I mean, it's in that sort of ballpark where sort of like 1900s to 2100s. That's sort of like a bordering bit of good Pokemon, but will you use it on a team? That's where it is. And speaking of the 2100 thing, here's my new Crobat, Marvin. 2101, pretty decent. That moveset could do with a bit of moving. But yeah, it's a pretty decent flying type, pretty decent poison type. So, yeah, especially for flying type. I mean, Crobat would be awesome against a tier 3 Machamp raid. Really good. So, yeah, may consider putting some charged TMs or fast TMs on it and getting him a really good moveset. Speaking of poison types, here's a beast for you. My 2457 Muck. Who would have expected for me to get a better Muck? I mean, Mucks don't turn up very often. And this was initially a Grimer. I was walking home from a night out. I think it was about 2:30 in the morning. I was walking past a field, which is close to my house, because that's the route I take home. It's the easiest route to take from the town centre. And I just saw a Grimer, and it was a really good Grimer. I think it was like over 1,000 CP. And I had, obviously, the candies for it. I just evolved it, and it's this thing. With a pretty decent moveset of Poison Jab and a Gunk Shot. And that was caught on the 4th of March. So we're into the last month. But there's a lot to do here. But yeah, 2457. That's in the higher echelons of my team. That's a Muck. Nice. We have a Volbeat, old VB here. 1294, never going to be using it. I have better bug type. I have Sizor. In comparison to Volbeat, you pick Sizor, don't you? We have a new Azumarill, 1260. Never going to use it, sadly. It is pretty bulky, but so it's a decent gym defender. It's an okay gym defender, but yeah, for a gym attacker, you want power. That's why if anyone has Blissey or Snorlax, when you're trying to do a raid battle, you punch them in the face. Because they're literally just there trying to survive instead of trying to actually knock out the thing we're all here to knock out. So, there we go. We got Stronger Ledian here, 1119. Not that good, never going to be using it. We have a Stronger Mr. Mime now, 1704. He's actually getting up to the higher levels, but that health is abysmal. So, never going to be using it. We have a new Beedrill now, Jackhammer, 1552. Not bad, but probably never going to be using it unless, like, once all the generations are done, if Pokemon Go do release Mega Evolutions, then maybe this Beedrill will be amazing. But until then, it's not good. Alright, we have a new Primeape, and yeah, old Prime Rib. Hailing Island, there were a lot of Mankeys around. I don't know why, like, that place was so good for pretty decent drops of Pokemon. I've seen fully evolved Pokemon that weren't Pidgeot and Noctowl, but things like Nidoqueen. It's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. Also, things like Torchic and Cyndaquil were there, and a few Squirrels. It's a pretty decent place to go to if you want to do Pokemon. But yeah, 1476, there are much better fighting types around at this point. You know, Hariyama, Machamp, Blaziken, you don't need. Primeape does not measure up in comparison. And here's my Tampax. I think this is my first one. I believe this is my first Chimecho, which I got from the event, where windy Pokemon, or Pokemon that prefer the wind conditions, turn up more often in eggs. And since Chimecho is a Psychic-type Pokemon, yeah, I got it walking up to Stratton, which is, well, I actually walked about 2 miles to get up to Stratton. Just to walk around, really. I had a bunch of eggs I wanted to hatch. But yeah, and that was on the 7th of March, and that was hatched from an egg, so pretty decent. And the bravest of the brave, Sir Robin. 1512, never going to use it. It's pretty bad. That health stat, though, pretty good. Could be a good gym defender. Probably not, though. And here is a new Aerodactyl Zephyr. I believe I got this one from a raid. I did an Aerodactyl raid on my own, because Aerodactyl's pretty easy to beat. I mean, water types and electric types, they're pretty common at this point. You know, with Vaporeon and Jolteon, things like that, you know. And hell, if you have Kyogre, Zapdos, and Raikou with that, this is going to go down pretty quickly for old Zephyr here. But yeah, I don't think it's as strong as my other one, but its IVs are a lot better. I think it's like it's a high 80 at the least, which is pretty good. And we have ourselves a new Apom here, Lazy Arms, 1053. I have more than enough candies for Ambipom when Gen 4 comes out, so that's all good. And a strongest Starmie, I believe this is also a raid Pokemon here. 1893, so pretty good. You could probably get up to about 20, maybe 2200. That'd be pretty decent for a water type. And I would certainly consider using it as either a water or a psychic type, because Starmies are pretty decent, to be honest. Alright, here is my 94 Salamence. My 94 IV Salamence here. Which I hatched from an egg during the Windy event. It will have a name, don't worry, and I've already got the name in mind, but I think we'll leave it until the next one. Yeah, actually, I could probably just call it its name now, but screw it, we'll do it for later. But it does have Draco Meteor with 150 power. But yeah, that was on the 9th of March, so pretty good altogether. It's a 2051 at the moment, but that's going to be at least a 3000. That is going to be at least a 3000. Probably 33,000, 3,300, something like that. 33,000 would be an amazing Salamence, and I would never lose. But yeah, so pretty good. But at the moment I'm focusing on my other Metagross, so that's why Salamence is still there at 2051. But don't worry, you will be powerful soon. Alright, here's my Pelipper Western. Pelipers suck, can I just say that? They are really bad. 4 times weak to electric, and that, like max CP probably about, like, for me, 1600, pretty shoddy, pretty terrible. Here is my 93 Metagross here. Look at that, 3197. Still got a way to go. That's gonna be a 3300 at least. But yeah, this is my 93 IV Metagross, and yeah, one more power up, and it's stronger than my other Metagross that's currently in a gym. But still, very good. I was very happy to get a 93 Beldum. Decided to evolve it. I just wish I didn't evolve to get my first Metagross first. But then again, I just wanted to get one. You know, you feel like, especially with the first bit and you got enough candies, you could wait until you get another one. But what are the odds you're going to? And that was pretty much my logic with this Metagross. But yeah, we've got a second one, and things are looking good. And we got also a better Venomoth here, Natty, 1616 on the 11th of March. So we're getting close-ish to the end, but we still got a long way to go, because I caught a lot of Pokemon in Haley Island, so yeah. Here is my second shiny Pokemon that was not part of an event, Shiny Fluff, my shiny Altaria. Hatched it from a 2K egg, in fact, as you can see here. So there we go, and it's got Dragon Breath, Dragon Pulse. I'm never going to use it in battle, but I'll use it as Gym Defender, just so I can glow to the fact that I have a shiny Altaria. So, yay. And my Watermark cast form. I believe that's all the cast forms apart from the normal one, but damn, those things turn up so often. Yeah, Watermark, 1260, never going to use it. I got way better water types. Alright, this is a Raid Charizard, in fact. Jeff, 1996. And it's still a long way to go. That could probably be a 2500 at the end for a Charizard. So that's pretty decent. I think he's an 88 Charizard. So not too shabby for Charizard. Not too shabby. And we have another Machamp. Kintaro. This is a 96 Machamp. A 96 Machamp. Pretty much we were just going around doing random raids before the, I believe it was a Rayquaza raid. Hatched, and one of them was a Machamp. I caught it, I IV'd it with Pokegenie, and it came as a 96. And I just thought, damn it, now I've got to level it up again. But I found the time and I found the Stardust to do so, which was pretty good because I was still focused on getting my 93 Metagross going with the buddy system, and I've got a lot of Machop candies. So in the off time, I was just focusing on this. But yeah, 2565, that's going to be a 2700 at least. Pretty good. At least for my level. And we have ourselves a new Thrall! My Xatu, 1743, probably never going to be using it. Bit of a shame, because I quite like Xatu. And a new Noctowl. This, I believe, is a 96 Noctowl, which is pretty decent, but I'm never going to use it, which is a shame. But yeah, so it's 1454 at the moment, but whenever I feel like it, I guess, I will start powering it up to be a monster. A monstrous tanky wall. It'll be great. And our next Pokemon is our Nidoking Elvis, 2083. Pretty decent. That moveset, though, is not so decent. It needs, like, Earthquake and Gunk. It needs, like, I don't know, Poison Ground or whatever. That'd be awesome for it to have. But for the moment, it's pretty decent at 2083. Yeah, we're getting very close to the end, actually. We're, like, what, 2 weeks away? Less than 2 weeks away. So, the Healing Island Pokemon are coming up very soon. That's Megatron. That's not it. Also, that's not his actual CP. Where is his CP? Yeah, this just looks horrible, doesn't it? I mean, look, you can't even see the difference between the IV, the IVs, no, like the colors of the shiny. This just doesn't look good, man. I can't see. Right, there you go. It's a 20. There you go. It's a 2597, and we've seen a few extra Pokemon, but that's fine. But yeah, it's a 20. So yeah, it's nearly 2600. Aggron. I pretty much popped him in a gym because I hate Aggron as a gym attacker. They are so slow. You know, they are incredibly slow. So I just pop them in gyms so Aggron doesn't come up as an option. Yeah. I'm sure a lot of other people do the same. They either do that or when their Aggron is defeated and have no health, they just don't bother reviving it. Which is another option. But yeah, so there's Megatron there. It's alright. Alright, here's Knobheads, because you can't tell me that those things around its head are not penises. And this is, yeah, so 20th of March, not too bad. And it's a 17-12. Of course, Anorith would be stronger, wouldn't it? But yeah, it's alright. It was like I was missing 3 Pokemon at one point. I'm not missing any Pokemon now, bar regionals. I've got them all at this point, which is pretty decent. But yeah, the only 3 that I was missing was Wynaut, which I do have, so that's spoiler alert. Credilli and Lileep. And I was out at a nightclub with my mate, and it was just on my nearby list. I literally legged it to get it. And then what happened? Day after, hatched a Lileep. Of course I did. This is the hatched Lileep, I think. Actually, no, this is not. This is one that I believe I caught later. For some reason, they've just been turning up a lot more often. And in Healing Island, they are so common. I saw very little Anorith, but I saw loads of Lileeps. So, there we go. If you want some Lileeps, head off to Healing Island. That'll do it. Alright, here's Geraldine here. Are we getting to the Healing Island Pokemon yet? Nope, I think it's the last one that's not. 21st of March. 1409. It's alright. Never going to use it, though. Alright, so here's my first Healing Island Pokemon. As you can see from the fact that Pokemon Go and Niantic do not know what Healing Island is. So this is my new Gramble, Brunhilde, 2193, pretty decent. And I believe it is my strongest Fairy-type Pokemon. So that's pretty good. That is pretty good there for a Brunhilde. Brunhilde's a dragon killer at this point, so that's pretty decent. Also a fighting killer. Alright, here's my new Sableye, Stan. As you can see, the CP's gone down a bit, but this has just got better CP, which is alright. And, yep, again, nope, doesn't know what Healing Island is. Fair enough. That was caught a week ago, so not bad. Vampire the Masquerain. This is a new, it was initially a Surskit, I believe. But yeah, went on to catch this and evolve it, and it's a 1756, so pretty good altogether. But yeah, never going to be using it. It's a shame, really, because it's a pretty strong bug type. And here is one of the rarer catches on Healing Island, which was, there are a lot of Ekans around. So being able to get a 1531 Starbucks was pretty good. Pretty good. And Bubblegum, 2003 CP. Pretty good. That's going to be a 2200 at least. So that's pretty good. Bubblegum's going to be going against Gramble. See who's going to be my strongest Fairy type at this point. Actually, no. I tell a lie. Gramble is my second strongest Fairy type. I completely forgot about Gardevoir. So, there we go. And here's my Sandpaper. He's a 1516 Sharpedo. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. It's aight. And Sponge. He's alright as well, I guess. 1609. Never going to be using it, though. Decent moveset with Stone Edge, though, but could use Earthquake in comparison. And Ampharos. Now, this is a 2055 Ampharos, and this is going to be pretty powerful. That looks like a 2400, so maybe once I get this fully powered up, which I do have the candies for, I will be powering up and getting myself a really powerful Ampharos. Or I could do what probably everyone else is going to do and wait for the next community day, which is going to be about Mareep. So we've had Pikachu, Dratini, Bulbasaur, and then Charmareep. Really? Why not just give us Charmander? Squirtle! Give us Squirtle as well! No, Mareep. Makes no sense why they start with Mareep for the April Community Day, but regardless, oh well. It is a bouncy, 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 bouncy. So, Azurill, I've got a fair few of these. I believe this is my 4th Azurill, but it is my strongest one when it comes to CP. Like I'm never going to use it. I mean, it's what, 164. Never going to use it. But oh well, I believe I hatched this. Oh, and the game kind of froze there. Yes, I did. Yeah, so the egg I actually got in Siren Sister in my hometown, but I hatched it on Hailing Island, so that's why that's come up. And finally, my other cast form, Breasticles. It's a female, that's why it's called Breasticles. If it was a male, it'd be called Testicles. There you go, 11.95 sucks. And my shiny Venusaur. Okay, so Hailing Island is not known for its Pokemon spawns. It does have a few gyms. I believe it's got like 8 or 9. And it's got some Pokestops, but nowhere near as much as a town does. And so, yeah, trying to get a shiny Bulbasaur for the recent community event was pretty tough. I think I had like an hour left before the event stopped. And I would have missed out on a shiny Venusaur. But I got it, and I also got one with Frenzy Plant. Its other move, which is pretty awesome. So, it all's good altogether. 1935, not too bad. Right, and here is Dodrio. Again, Hailing Island. They like their Doduos, which is alright here. It's a 1737, so it's not bad, but I'm never going to use it, but it's not bad. You know, it's in sort of like an above average of, well, I wouldn't say, okay, probably an average now. An average of Pokemon on my team, so it's alright, I guess. And here is Cthulhu, who's in a stuck in the stock gym right now. But I will go and see what his CP is, because it's pretty high, as you can see there. Yeah, 2390. That's a very powerful Pokemon. That's probably one of the best water and rock types I have. So that's pretty decent altogether for an Omastar. And now we have Speed. Now this is a... Let's be honest, Makago is a below par Pokemon in Pokemon Go. 1129, not very good, but it was stronger than my other one, I guess, so that's a plus. And this is my first Nose Pass that I've caught and not hatched. 702, so it's okay. And it's got the moveset of Spark and Thunderbolts, which is an interesting one, I guess. But then again, I know like that Nose Pass can learn electric moves. Hence its nose is supposed to be resembling of a magnet, so that's, and obviously electricity, metal, things like that. But anyway, so I'm nearly up to enough candies to probably have enough candies to evolve Nose Pass into Probo Pass when Generation 4 comes out in 2026. Yay! And here is my wild Nidoqueen. Yes. Conveniently, I did so much to try and get myself a brand new Nidoqueen because my other one sucked. Its IV was probably the worst IV Pokemon of my entire collection. I think it was like a 25 or something. It's pretty shoddy. This one's a lot better. I believe it's an 85, so pretty decent. But yeah, and then I think I had like an 80 I was working on. I already had a Nidorina and everything. But then I come across this, a wild Nidoqueen, and this just sucks for me. So yeah, but that's a really good moveset as well, Poison Jab and Earthquake. And Polyroids, yay! 2029, it's up in the 2000 mark, which is pretty good. And Poliwrath was a very strong Pokemon in Generation 1. Generation 3, not so much, but still, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Medicham, why are you here? 1030 CP. That is astoundingly bad. I mean, Hariyama is awesome in this game. Medicham is crap, though. Sorry. And, Armaldo, speaking of crap, Chief Dung, the Armaldo. 2395, pretty strong, but Cross Poison could do again, rid of and replacing with something else, to be honest. But yeah, 2395, though, still pretty good. New Butterfree, still pretty shit. 1431. Alright, Grass Joe. So, this is not the Shroomish that I was buddying up with in the last episode. No, this is a Wild Breloom at 2200. Oh, God, it's so good. 2200, I mean, and it's got counter and dynamic punch. It's definitely one of the strongest fighting types I have. I'm very happy to get this. This is a very strong Breloom. I like this. But why? Why not? So, I believe, when was this? This was, yeah, so 2 days ago for me, 3 days ago for you guys. So, with the current event going on with the eggs, you only get 2k eggs, but anything can hatch out of 2k eggs. They could be Dratinis and Larvitars. They could be Magikarp and Caterpies. Probably not Caterpies, Natus, let's say. And I finally, after 3 months, I finally have my first Wynaut. And the last Pokemon I needed from Generation 3 that has been released, of all the Pokemon that have been released in Gen 3, this the last one I needed was Wynaut. And I'm finally happy I've got one, and I'm just going to keep it as a memento of a great time. But then again, it's again on Hailing Island, also known as Nothing, England, United Kingdom. Yeah, it's a nice memento from Hailing Island to get me the last Pokemon I needed from Generation 3, so there we go. We also have a new Magneton, Frag 1914, pretty good. That's going to be a beast when it becomes a Magnezone. Oh, that's going to be so good. That's going to be really good. We also have Octilleroids here. I'm just checking sort of like where I got these from, because I did go on like days out to Chichester and Portsmouth. And I did a little bit there, not too much, because there were other things that were being done, including a bit of bowling, which is all good. But yeah, it's a new Octillery, 1894. Can't see that going much higher. Maybe 2,000 at a push. But that's about it. It's okay, but never going to use it. Alright, so here are the Pokemon that I've got since I returned from Hailing Island. This is dated today, I believe, at the 31st of March. So I've been back in my town for probably about 5 hours. So I finally got back into the group after I muted it for an entire week because I wasn't there to do the raids. But the first raid I did was down at a church about 15-minute walk from where I live, and Shiny Lugia turned up for me, which was awesome. And as I said already, it's a 100% catch rate, so I just lobbed a Pineapple at it, and then bam, Shiny Lugia. Then we did another one where it wasn't a shiny for me, but the person who literally we found them on their phone walking down as we were walking up to do the raid. Asked them, fancy doing the raid? They went, yeah. And it was his first tier 5 raid of 2018, and he gets a Shiny Lugia on the first go, and I'm there going, part of me wants to go fair play, part of me wants to go bullshit, but anyway, congrats to that guy for that, and I'm just happy to get one as well. 2025, so it's okay when it comes to IV, but I'm just happy to get Shiny Lugia out the way. So yeah, and last but not least, yeah, I know we're ending this. We're not ending this off very well, are we? We're ending this off on a 1324 bloody Ariados. I did have a better Ariados, but this one is better IV, pretty much. It's better IV. So all we need to know about that. But what we want to know now is, how does my top, 12 look? That looks a lot different, doesn't it? Mewtwo is no longer at number 1 and has been replaced with Tyson Fury, 3863. So, yeah, that's power. That is power. Mr. Heavy and Not Beyonce, formerly known as Shrek. Why is it called Not Beyonce? To the right, to the right. Why do all my Kygos go to the right? But anyway, yeah, Rockzilla's been knocked down to 5th. Straight out of the 5th, but still, I've been powering up Roxella a little bit, so for Lugia. So 3458 is still pretty decent. I feel sorry, though, on the other hand, for Papa down here. Do you remember when, like, at the end of the last episode, I said Papa was my 6th strongest Pokemon? It is now down to 15th. Because I've been focusing on Beast, and Fatass, and Randy, and Pericles, and I got stronger Knobs, and I've been focusing a little bit on Handyman, at least a little bit. But Stumpy's come in, not Beyonce's come in. Mr. Heavy is still in 3rd for the moment. But yeah, that's pretty much my my main team. As you can see, we got a few good Pokemon here. Kintara's right there, just breathing down the neck of Nova right now. Nellie's up to 2707, which is pretty decent. Jade is there at 2552. Milo, the Milotic, is now at 2504. So pretty good altogether. That's where Mucklord is, by the way. So there we go. Then there's Cthulhu and Chief Dung there. And there's my second Mewtwo that I still haven't bothered to power up yet. Grass Joe is between Brunhilde and Seth. Pretty decent altogether. But yeah, I, as you can see, now have from Bubblegum, those are all my 2000s plus. And at the moment, at least for the moment, I have, what, 16? No, 15. 16? 15? 16? Oh, 14! Jeez. I can't math. But yeah, I have 14 Pokemon above 3,000, and hopefully getting some more Icanies, I'll be able to get even more. But yes, that's what you get when you go Team Rocket, and oh god, those Pidgeys are looking tempting to me. Mostly because I need to do my research. My good old Evolve 20 Pokemon. So guys, I'm going to go and catch these Pidgeys. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Masterath, and I'll see you for, well, probably in a few months, for my next, for my next Pokemon Go update. I'll see you then.